round one. The others have fallen flat, so we'll see if Edawg is able to continue, be able to make it into top 8.
It'll be interesting because I know Nebula has a lot of Game & Watch experience, but from what I've seen and talking to other players here, Edawg plays very differently than Vapor. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how Nebula adapts. See if just the different playstyle can mess with him.
Yeah, I think one thing to keep note of is we did get a general idea on how this set was going to be played in Cruise earlier today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Now we have 3 Game & Watch stocks instead of a Game & Watch, a Mewtwo, and a Steve.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a little bit of a difference in how this set's going to be played now? It's going to be all into his actual main.
Yeah, and you can see Edawg getting the early percent lead. And I know earlier today he was practicing with Soap, and Soap was helping him a lot, giving him some tips, some advice. Let's see how well that translates in this set. Nebula keeping him on the ledge, but I've heard Edawg talk about how he loves being on the ledge anyway, so we'll see how that works out.
I think it's one of the things that you can kind of notice in kind of his strategy, where even though Mario will be at ledge, you can see him like use a lot of those aerials, and he can just spend a lot of time there just kind of get an idea on what the opponent actually wants at ledge, so we could potentially see a reversal at ledge and cause maybe a surprise stock from Nebula gone.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. But I know Nebula, he's very good about mixing up his ledge options, conditioning his opponent. So we'll see what can happen. Game & Watch, very tricky character, so wouldn't be surprising at all if you took an early stock or reverse the situation at all. And the ledge trump into back air from Nebula.
So you got to be very picky about when fighting Nebula. His ledge trumping is on point.
It really is. That's when you play him a lot. That's something you pick up on and kind of learn to adapt to.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you kind of have to think about. Where normally most Marias will get you primarily through combo strings, but when everyone that fights Nebula is always surprised with how defensive he plays.
I remember when he first came to Stillwater, he played very aggressively and was more combo focused, but it's been great to see his development as a player and focus more defensively and slow the pace of the game down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to think about it.
Ooh, with the 9!
Very lucky that it was at low percent.
And across stage. I think if he sent him the other way, he might have died anyway.
100% he would have died.
He couldn't have gone it the other way, though. It was a DI read.
Oh, that's fair.
Either way, though, the fact that it was something that has been pretty new is very beneficial because you get an idea on, I know the combos and I can play defensively as well.
Yes.
You really have no safe area that you can kind of go against me in.
And his movement is top notch. He's been, especially this weekend, he's been focusing a lot on slingshot and like figuring out how to apply it. You can see that a lot with like his back airs on shield being pretty unpunishable.
You can also see right now that Edawg is slowly going for a little bit more judge in his playstyle. Mainly, I think, just as a big burst option. He understands that maybe this is a better player, but maybe I can hopefully get a little bit of luck. We saw that happen earlier today when he was going against Peter and was able to take a game off solely because of a 9 read.
Yeah, like 9's scary. If you can get those judges and get the right numbers, like it can put you in a really good spot. And punishing the down air with the back hit of up smash.
That up smash.
That back smash.
It feels like it. It feels like it.
It starts so far behind him, like you think you're safe because you're behind him, but that's honestly the worst spot to be. Game & Watch up smash also very scary, especially with the armor on it. It's
You can see right now, Edawg's at a disadvantage, needs to understand, has a good understanding of, I do need to get this kill, but if I just run head in, I'm dead.
Yep. I think both competitors are kind of, I was going to say playing patiently, but they're both kind of just running head first into each other.
Yeah. It's more about who runs in head first.
Yeah.
But Edawg doing a good job
Yeah.
at least getting this percent really off. It's just
Yeah,
more
and-
waiting on trying to get that kill, which we just see.
Yep, and at 14%, like it's pretty much an even game now, unless Nebula can get.
No way that killed.
That-
Oh my gosh. The two
The
frame.
2-frame. He was at like what, 22%?
Something like that.
It was. It. Holy cow! That was.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't
to-
either. Like I know he goes for that a lot, but like.
That early though.
Yeah.
Like if that didn't kill, he was gonna make it back to stage anyways.
Yeah. And that might have just shifted momentum because it was pretty even, but it might have just shifted momentum in Nebula's favor, and we'll see if Edawg can keep his composure and keep playing like he was because he played fantastic last game, and it was even until literally the last second of the game.
Yeah, we are gonna go to small battle for game 2. I do agree with the stage pick. I think even though Mario has some good things on this stage, I think PS2 is a lot scarier fighting against Mario solely because that platform is really low.
Yeah.
So having just a higher ceiling is going to be very beneficial. Yeah, I can still get a lot of combos. Oh my
And
god.
then the very early stock taken by Nebula. I'm not sure what
I
happened.
believe what happened is that the
Did
double
he-
jump was used
And he caught it
on
with
stage
flood?
and caught it with flood.
Yeah. And then just couldn't make it. That's
Yeah, this is
crazy.
a really bad position for Edawg right now.
Mhm.
Pretty much down an entire stock.
And then
lead.
another
yeah,
SD.
and an SD. This is really unfortunate for Edawg right now.
Yep, you can see him giving the thumbs up, but that's hard to come back from. I mean, if you can at least get some momentum this game, not even necessarily win, but just start making some things happen, get some combos in percent, he can still go into the next game with some momentum.
Yeah, I know for me personally, sometimes I just need to this is something that like any new player needs to keep a good note of is even though one game does bad, you got to understand you have a whole other game ahead of you.
Exactly.
You don't want the previous games to create such a fluster that you ruin your set solely because of it.
Yeah,
You still have a game 2 or a game 3 to follow up from. You don't want to ruin it solely because of a single interaction from a game before. It's in the past.
And even still, we've seen today, in some of the side events, we've seen people turn around two stock deficits into wins. So and especially with a character like Game and Watch, that's something you can do. Get a back air stream, get a couple kills early, and just bring it back.
Yeah. We can see that Edawg's slowly getting a little bit more percent back, but
He's
at
also playing a little
121,
bit impatient too. So I
Yeah.
think he's just kind of
I mean,
frustrated.
You get that ledge trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making sure that he understands it's a game best of 5 situation.
Yep. Wouldn't be the first time today where competitor thought it was just a BO3.
Yeah, everything here is going to be a BO5. I think a BO5 is going to be a better idea on how the interactions are, because sometimes you just get 2 games of this is inconvenient.
Yeah. And it gives the competitors time to adjust too. And then let's see if Edawg can come back from that last game. It was a little disappointing to see those first 2 stocks taken very quickly. Let's see if he can bounce back, keep his composure, keep doing what he was doing game 1.
Yeah.
Then Nebula starting off strong with a quick 1-2.
See that Nebula switched to the builder skin. Oh
Yep.
my. Okay.
No. I thought
You
he
learned.
would-
You learned.
I think he DI'd that a little bit better. Oh man, but yeah, that jab block into F smash, that's a patented Mario tactic. I've been getting hit by that since Smash 4.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised he didn't go for the F smash there like last time. At that percent, definitely would have killed. Nebula doing a really good job just keeping stage control, keeping control of the game.
Edawg doing a good job making sure the stock doesn't get cheesed out like last game.
Making sure it's not getting too out of hand, and fighting his way out of the corner very well.
Slowly making this percent a little
Yeah,
bit more
it's-
even over time.
pretty much even at this point. Still anyone's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Nebula definitely tried to go for the down throw back air.
Yep. So you can see Nebula charging Flood. He uses charge a lot compared to most Mario players. It's kind of interesting seeing how he uses it just to gain stage control, not even just to give people.
Yeah, I think sometimes, at least for personal experience fighting Nebula, there are times that I'll use it solely for cheese, but really exclusive to characters with not the best recoveries. When it comes to, like, normally other Marios will just ignore Flood for characters with bad recoveries, but as a good stage control option, just pushing you away to reset the neutral is really good.
It really is.
One of my top 2 biggest regrets of becoming a good DB.
Oh, so that's your fault? It's alright, we're all about helping each other get better.
This is the idea of Stillwater Summit. We're here having a good time, getting some good VODs out here,
Yep.
making sure we have important stuff that we can help improve each other in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I had one realization one night. Mario Flood is busted at stage control.
It really is.
And now he uses it.
Yeah, it's funny how just a comment like that can change the way someone approaches a character.
Speaking of approaching, we did see
no.
a little.
Oh,
Oh no, an
no.
SD again. We did see a little bit earlier that Nebula tried to go for a ledge trump, and we got a decent amount of percent from Edawg being able to get a nair to beat it out, followed up with a couple back airs, understanding that he knows that's what Nebula wants. But after that SD, he's looking really scared for Edawg right now.
I think I know how to give the even kind of win con now.
Ooh, the
Ooh,
roll
nice
read
roll
with up
read.
smash.
Bringing this to the last
Only
stock.
at 28%, like, this is still anyone's game. And,
Uh-oh.
oh.
Why'd you say that?
That's fine. He's still living. It's okay.
Yeah, like, as
At
long
least
as
for
you
now.
as long as you know how to DI that at that percent, you're fine.
I don't know if I would have done that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
we saw it a lot worse game too.
Nebula going for the down throw just to.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
run up
man.
F smash, taking
Yeah.
the set immediately. Nebula with the 3-0 sweep over Edawg. Edawg taking
Right.
ninth place, moving on into top 8. And Nebula moving on into top 8.